Hi.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Nyan Cave. My name is Tom. This is my good friend Clay. And this is my lovely AI, the Android.
Hello.
And today, I want to introduce you to a game called Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. We're in the middle of a pretty dope-ass trial. So, why don't we get into it, you know?
Okay.
Let's flip it over.
Oh, that was the
Oh.
game sound. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Airplane flying?
Oh,
over
no.
us?
Oh, no, the fire.
You know what's the worst
can hear the
feeling in the
fire.
world?
What is the worst feeling in the world?
When your chair's too high and your feet dangle.
Yeah, I actually do hate that a lot.
I know,
I
right?
do. It sucks. Well, good morning, good morning. That was just such a calm and peaceful song. I couldn't help but be moved by it. And if you do want some more Ace Attorney action, make sure to tune in on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 12:30 p.m. And
Today's
it
the
is.
last day.
I know. Until we come back at it on Wednesday.
Yep. Miss Kira, I've watched you at that witness stand this entire trial, desperately trying to keep something hidden from the rest of the court. I wonder if you're familiar with the saying, a lie begets more lies. It means multiple lies are bound to unravel and leave your story with more holes than Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
That
I
would go on
love
burgers.
Swiss cheese.
Get to the point, Defender.
According to the Grand Grimoire, Fainfall causes a person to lose all consciousness. It's written here in black and white. Its effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard.
I remember we did.
Miss Kira, you testified as follows. You heard the incantation for Fainfall and immediately became aware of the presence of your attacker. You then put up a fight. But if you really did hear that incantation, there's no way you would have been able to yank that pendant from your assailant. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? The meaning is that Miss Kira didn't actually hear the incantation like she claims she did. But then why? Why on earth was this girl unconscious? Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her. And when she woke up, she found herself on the top floor of the bell tower. It's possible Miss Kira was rendered unconscious by... Oh, fuck.
Some other kind of sleeping spell.
Something other than magic is the only thing that makes
Yep.
sense to me.
Oh. Now, I'm only saying this. Another witch could be an option because we've been talking about there being a second witch, and they're like, no, there wasn't. Wasn't that part of a thing? But we've also been saying something other than magic.
Well, lucky for us, our shields aren't here, so it doesn't
Nice.
really matter. I don't know.
If there's no shields, then why don't we hit another witch? And then it'll be wrong, and we'll get some flavor
Fine.
text.
Well, what if I told you there was another witch present?
And do explain to the court this brilliant theory of yours, Defender.
Yeah, Tom, let's hear this brilliant theory of yours.
So, there's a witch
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
And Isabella stole her man. So she went up there and burned her father alive and knocked Kira unconscious.
I see. So you just confirmed our client's guilt.
I mean, yes.
Huh? Oh, to be honest with you, I was kind of hoping everyone would just sort of help me fill in the blanks.
Like a Mad Libs. I will not allow you to drag the rest of this court into the depths of stupidity with you. Defender, this ridiculous excuse for an argument is yours and yours alone. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am. Boy, I really ticked her off.
Nick, don't be such a crybaby. Put on a big boy pants and try again.
Oh. Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her. And when she woke up, she found herself up on the
Thanks,
top
Jackson.
floor of the bell tower. It's possible Miss Kira is rendered unconscious by...
This donation.
Oh, by Cleo. Cleo? Cleo.
Cleo.
Yo, Cleo.
I like Claire.
Can't hang around, guys. Homework. But this will be the
Aw.
last stream I can catch before school, as such, also inconvenience of time zones.
Oh,
Boo. Sorry about that.
Boo time zones. Because the
Tofu
world just
and
stopped
time zone.
Be
spinning.
here though, waiting for
Yes, we'll be waiting.
you. Whenever you're free, just call us. We're in the weekends too,
Yeah.
so.
So thank you so much for the support and good luck on your homework and do all the good things.
The answer here is obvious. Something other than magic must have been used to knock her out. You hear that, Tom? It's obvious.
It's obvious.
And what, may I ask, makes you so certain of that? Is it not possible that another spell could have been used?
Objection! That's just not possible. You of all people should know that.
What?
Miss Kira's claim that she heard someone say the incantation is completely false. Even so, that wouldn't be too much of a problem if she actually heard an incantation. That's right. However, going by her testimony, that can't have been the case. The only spell capable of making someone fall or lose consciousness is Feign-Fall. Isn't that right, High Inquisitor Darklaw?
He used the name.
Defender, are you claiming that there's another way besides magic that could have been used to render Miss Kira unconscious?
Wow, I wonder what that could be. There is no other way. Magic is the only way to
Only
make
way.
people become unconscious.
Definitely.
There's only one other thing that crossed my mind. I'm speaking, of course, about sleeping medicine. Sleeping medicine? If you remember, Miss Kira stated the attacker covered her mouth before she could scream.
Chloroform.
That smell like chloroform to you?
In doing that, the attacker was able to administer a potent sleeping medicine, thus putting Miss Kira out like a light. Indeed. That does make sense. Therefore, Your Honor, the attacker did not necessarily have to be Bazella.
SB, present the fire extinguisher.
Dunk.
That's really good.
I mean, why would an all-powerful being capable of commanding any and all magic need to resort to drugging someone? Ooh, we're using the magic offense.
Oh.
Hold it right there, Defender. They managed to sneak past the guards and make their way up into the bell tower. Clearly, they must have used magic to appear invisible.
You don't need magic to make yourself disappear, High Inquisitor. Throw this on and getting past those guards at the tower is a piece of cake. The robe of invisibility. But, despite all that, there's still one glaring problem. Miss Kira,
Yes.
you admitted to the court earlier that you were attacked from the front, correct? If that's the case, then there's only one possible conclusion we can draw. You, Miss Kira, were entirely capable of seeing your attacker's face.
Why is that? I didn't.
Oh my god, get the
Bless you,
demon out.
Defender.
It's simple. You even said it yourself. Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see this robe. Thank you.
Thank you.
That means, Miss Kira, there's a piece of this puzzle only you could possibly know. Only you can tell us the identity of the person who entered the bell tower and attacked you tonight. Ooh, you shaking.
Spicy.
Wow.
I can't tell you. No matter what happens, I just can't tell you. No matter what.
Oh.
Well, you heard her. Put her to the fire. You see, everyone, this witness has been covering up for someone from the very start of this trial. What? But luckily for us, we won't be needing any more of Miss Kira's testimony. Because the answer's staring us right in the face. I'm speaking, of course, about the true identity of Miss Kira's attacker. All the clues so far point to this one person.
Defender, I take it you are prepared to prove such a serious accusation.
I am.
Are we?
All right. It looks like it all comes down to this. Now we'll finally see who's been pulling the strings this whole time.
Oh no.
Very well. Defender, tell the court. Who was the one responsible for attacking the witness and locking her up in the top floor of the bell tower?
The cat.
The cat.
Aw, look at this cutie.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh,
my god.
that's so
the
good.
Vigilantes. I think we're all in on Darklaw, right?
I think so.
I mean,
it's really the only option here. It's just like I don't know how he knows though is the thing.
Right? Like,
I don't know how
willing
we're
to
gonna
prove
prove
this.
I know.
I mean, okay.
We can throw it and figure it out as we go, I guess.
Well, we've only got 3 hits left. I mean, like the only like technically kind of like reasonable other one would be the Vigilantes, but they're too damn stupid.
Yeah, it makes sense because she specifically got like Barnum imprisoned and took
yeah.
over as Inquisitor.
I mean, like literally
so she
pulling the
needed,
strings.
yeah, she needed to be the one who was here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Take that.
Yeah, okay.
The answer is obvious, Your Honor. Is it? Was it?
Is it?
No, I didn't notice.
I didn't notice.
I mean, like,
it was
really process of elimination and stuff,
Yeah.
but geez. It was you, High Inquisitor Darklaw. What? What?
Hey, Luigi.
Order! Order! Order in the court! Inconceivable! There's no way!
I must say, Defender, your courage is impressive. However reckless you may be, accusing a High Inquisitor is no small feat, I assure you.
In the court of law, I drive swerving at maximum speeds.
Deja vu.
However, with serious accusations come serious consequences. One small misstep, and I will personally see you never set foot in this courtroom ever again. Mark my words, Defender.
Okay, well, really, that doesn't matter because we're gonna burn the Great Witch Bezella either way, and there won't be any court, bitch. You won't even have a job.
And this
You're
is a
gonna be
temporary
damned.
courtroom anyway.
Oh yeah.
This was built today.
This
Okay.
courtroom.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Darklaw.
Yeah.
Your
You're right.
your threats hold no weight. I understand. Joke's on her.
My, how confident. Let us see that confidence of yours. Let's see if that confidence of yours is well justified.
Miss Kira's attacker drugged her with sleep medicine. It likely took no more than a few seconds to make her lose consciousness. That medicine must have been very potent. True. After all, its effects appear to be somewhat similar to magic. There's only one person I can think of in all of Labyrinthia who could supply you with that kind of medicine. Sir Newton Belduke.
Yep.
Objection.
That's like a little quaint of a objection.
Defender, you are aware that Sir Belduke has been deceased for over 3 months now, are you not?
Oh, wow. That's a fact I'm well aware of, believe me. While he was still alive, Sir Belduke provided the citizens of this town with a variety of medicines for whatever ailed them. But it wasn't just all just medicine. He also created some very dangerous concoctions. That's why, after he passed away, all of his medicines and creations were confiscated. Confiscated? Inquisitor Barnum said as much in the last witch trial.
The victim was an alchemist, after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study would provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault.
Super secret.
Super secret vault. The only person with access to them is the High Inquisitor, Lady Darklaw.
Ah,
Objection.
So, because I have access to the medicine, I must be the one that used it. Is that what you're getting at, Defender?
that's right.
Unfortunately for you, I would hardly call that proof. You said it yourself. Sir Belduke concocted a plethora of dangerous medicines in his efforts to assist the people of this town. He was well known for this fact, a fact that he no doubt was none too pleased with. As such, it is highly unlikely that those same dangerous substances are still scattered. It's highly likely that those same dangerous substances are still scattered throughout the town. Blah, blah, blah. And therefore, Defender, it is entirely possible the culprit was able to get their hands on such dangerous medicine.
Indeed. Long has Sir Belduke's medicine played an active part in maintaining the health of this town's citizens. There's plenty of reason to believe that some of his more dangerous medicines still remain within Labyrinthia.
A piece of evidence, Defender, the next time you speak of in court. I recommend you try procuring some real evidence before spouting such idiotic accusations. If you fail to do so, your next words will be uttered to the flames.
Figures. I knew she wouldn't take that argument sitting down. Both High Inquisitor Darklaw and Inquisitor Barnum are the very harbingers of justice within Labyrinthia. Raising such an accusation against either one of them without valid reason will result in the most severe of punishments.
What does that mean? The most severe of punishments?
I think the judge is saying that if I don't start making a case, we're going to be paying Sir Belduke a visit real soon.
Oh, I don't want to be burned alive again. Frick.
I'll need to present some decisive evidence and fast. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that much. You know, just some casual decisive evidence, no big deal.
Casual.
High Inquisitor Darklaw is the attacker, and the one thing that proves it is
Oh.
Darklaw herself, because the scratches, I assume.
Yes.
I definitely do not have evidence to prove it.
No.
The defense believes there's one clue here linking High Inquisitor Darklaw to the crime. High Inquisitor, that clue is actually still on you right now.
Oh, man.
On me?
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
That's how you get caught in a lie.
Uh-huh.
Because you immediately look at, return to the what do they say? Return to the area of the crime.
Scene of the crime?
Scene of the crime, that's the one. Like you return, she put her hand like,
I
oh
know.
no. So she returned to the scene of the crime.
I just don't know how you got tripped up on that one. That's funny.
Place of the crime. Area.
The general vicinity of the crime.
Get really, really deep about it.
I must admit, I do not know where you are going with this, Defender, but please, point out this clue to the court. Show us this clue, supposedly still on the High Inquisitor's person. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh, sure. Never thought I... Oh my goodness. It's just like...
Try me, bitch.
It's just like...
Trap.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Oh god, no, I'm so sorry. Oh wow.
That's such that moment, such the movie moment of like, wow, boobs, and then just the
Yeah. Boobs. Excuse me. Boy.
I walk with my toes, not with my knees.
Not with my knees. Anyways. As fun as this is, I like her little cat ears though. They're really cute.
It's
Yeah.
super cute.
What are they for, you think?
Her hair.
Wait a second. Oh, I thought it was kind of like I thought if it was down one side, then it would totally be a cat's tail that was coming around here and then like curling around.
that
But there's
would've been
two, so it
good.
doesn't quite work out. But oh, her whole neck. Yeah, sure. I don't know why that. Oh, because she put her hand there. That's why I thought that. The High Inquisitor's neck. You don't mean. Miss Kira yanked this pendant off of her attacker's neck. Take a look at the necklace. It still has a bit of blood left on it. According to her earlier testimony, when Miss Kira pulled at the necklace, she supposedly felt herself scratch the attacker's neck. Is that correct, Miss Kira?
Yes.
Therefore, the attacker should still have a mark on their neck from having been scratched. Oh. Would you mind letting the court take a look at your neck, High Inquisitor Darklaw? I'm pretty sure that underneath that high collar, we'll find exactly the mark we're looking for. Unless, of course, you were able to get rid of it with magic.
It's almost like he set himself up for success there.
I don't know. Ooh. Oh, rabble.
Most impressive.
What?
I have to say, Defender, you managed to finally hone that dull blade of yours into something of use. You are correct. There is in fact a mark on my neck that I did receive tonight.
What? What? What?
Oh, Lady Urkula?
My goddess.
Oh, what's the meaning of
What
this?
could it mean?
What does that mean, Lady Darklight?
A witch.
Oh, the Great Witch!
Oh, shit!
no.
People are really running with this.
Oh,
okay,
shit,
wow.
Oh, shit. Whoa.
Your Honor. Yes. I see you're still here, Defender. Your Honor, I know you're shocked and everything, but come on. Work with me here. Your Honor, the defense would like to call High Inquisitor Darklaw to the witness stand. What did you just say? It's quite clear that the High Inquisitor has some connection to what transpired tonight. And what's more, there's a chance that she used her position of authority as High Inquisitor to frame my client as the Great Witch. But never in all my years as judge of this court has an Inquisitor been asked to take the stand in the middle of a trial. Well, we're gonna have to make some history here if we're finally gonna find the truth, Your Honor. Even so, this trial cannot continue any further without an Inquisitor.
Oh God, she is.
Hey, in that case, how about you get Inquisitor Barn?
Inquisitor Barnum remains incarcerated in the underground dungeons for the crime of treason against the storyteller. I don't think he'll be able to make it to this party.
No way.
Most regrettable, Defender.
This whole thing is hopeless, unless High Inquisitor Darklaw takes her to the witness stand.
Oh, wow.
Espella will be done for, and the truth along with her.
I know what's gonna happen.
I know, right? It was just wait for this, though. It's gonna be so good. But on the other hand, without an Inquisitor on the other side, man, this Nick walking animation's actually pretty good.
It was really good. I was thinking about
I
that.
like his hair a lot.
Yeah.
The trial can't continue, and the outcome would end up the same. What should I do?
Hold it.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay, yeah, boy. Oh, God, he's so...
I believe I can fill that role.
What?
Wait, what are you saying? I can prove conclusively that Espella Cantabella is, in fact, the
I
Great Witch
know,
herself.
I know.
Oh, shit!
I said it in the last stream.
Oh, no, look at her!
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Wright, the time has come at last to settle this once and for all.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh,
We've been
shit!
waiting for the professor to show up.
Oh.
If there was anyone who could find some decisive evidence to win this thing, it was him. However, he ended up standing behind the Inquisitor's bench.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I misheard it.
I guess Luke really does take after the professor, you know?
Oh, maybe he does.
I didn't know we stab people in the back in England. That's
Oh.
just the norm, I guess.
Good to know. Good to know.
Welcome to the title.
Right.
Yeah, time for me to argue with myself.
The professor wasn't on our side here. I had to wonder, what the heck was going to happen?
Right?
What the heck is gonna happen?
Could you imagine if the whole game was just a tutorial and the rest of the game is just this?
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I definitely thought that I misheard him when he's like, "Oh yeah, like, but I won't be on the defender's side."
know,
He
I
made that
know.
comment. I'm like, I must have.
I know. Well, I thought they were gonna like team up and convict Darklaw.
I thought it was gonna be a witness stand kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Because he was like, my place is in the defenders, and I was
Yeah.
like, he's gonna be some sort of witness or something. Like I didn't expect the Inquisitor. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't expect it.
Professor? But what are you doing?
What am I doing, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you were supposed to show up with some decisive evidence and save the day, Professor.
Bring balance to the force.
I'm afraid my only concern here is the truth.
Oh.
The truth?
The truth behind the real identity of the Great Witch, Espella Cantabella.
Hey,
If
Wimmy.
seeking the truth requires us to stand on opposite sides of the courtroom,
Oh, Maya wasn't wearing her helmet in the cutscene.
No, let's not talk about
I totally
it.
missed that.
I totally missed it too.
I was too busy, like, just taking in Leighton and all
Oh,
this,
yeah.
like, traitorous glory.
Yeah.
then so be it.
Woo!
Oh, he enunciating now.
Expect you to defend Miss Cantabella with everything you've got, Mr. Wright.
Court is now back in session. Are you prepared, High Inquisitor?
So long as I remain on the witness stand, I'm no longer High Inquisitor. Simply Darklaw will suffice.
Miss Darklaw, I'd just like to confirm something. A moment ago, we established that you were, in fact, present at the bell tower during the time of the incident. That makes a total of 3 people at the scene.
It would appear that is the case.
However, you managed to stay hidden from 10 different guards. With the help of this right here. The robe of invisibility. In other words, there's every reason to be suspicious of your actions tonight. Lady Darklaw, while I cannot believe you would deceive us in such a way, I ask that you tell the court what happened at the time of the incident.
Very well. The town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss. As I passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eye. I went inside to investigate. I had my own reasons for not allowing anyone into one of those vigilantes to see me. I climbed the stairs up the bell tower and saw an intruder inside with their back turned. I proceeded to apprehend them.
You apprehended the intruder.
Well, I hold the position of High Inquisitor. There are often times when I must partake in various secret tasks, unbeknownst to the citizens of Labyrinthia. One of those tasks being ensuring the security of the storyteller.
Wow. Well, you did a bang-up job tonight. Let me tell you what. Security?
As such, there is nothing odd nor suspicious about my actions tonight.
I see. Defender, you may now begin your interrogation. Ooh.
Oh, he got his head down.
That poker face, though. I don't know why he needs to
Yeah.
cover his eyes. It's
Yeah.
not like he has freaking eyebrows anyway.
No.
The town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss.
Nothing was amiss. You mean there was no immediate threat to the storyteller, right?
Now you tell me, Defender. Surely you remember the final part of the story.
I gotta do it. Is something wrong, Miss Kira? Witness! Oh.
Yes!
She really doesn't remember her name. You looked like you wanted to say something. Did something in the High Inquisitor Darklaw's testimony strike you as odd?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't really listening.
She seems pretty scared. She must be intimidated by Darklaw. Lady Darklaw, please continue your testimony.
As I passed by the bell tower.
Oh,
It's fine.
those must have been Miss Kira's footsteps when she snuck into the bell tower, right?
Indeed. The ground outside was quite muddy after the rain, so her footprints were easily visible.
Right. According to the Vigilante's testimony, they thought the footprints looked like Foxy's, but it turned out they weren't hers.
That's right. Her footprint would have contained a mark where her stiletto would have been.
Oh my god, the sledge would have sunk so far into the mud.
I know, it would have been impossible to
Yeah.
walk. But the footprints I saw at the bell tower contained no heel mark at all.
And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up to the stairs, as not to leave your own and risk being detected, correct? Gotta get there.
Exactly. At that time, my main task was to ensure the safety of the town square. In doing so, it was of the utmost importance that no one knew of my presence there.
Had the townspeople noticed your presence there, it would undoubtedly have raised some suspicion.
Indeed. So naturally, that is why I did not wish to be noticed by the vigilantes. Therefore, it was imperative that I mask any traces of me being there, even if it meant utilizing another's footprints.
I see. A clever tactic worthy of the High Inquisitor herself. Is there anything off about her testimony just now? Crap. I mean, like, I could, but I feel like that'll push it forward. I don't know if we want to hit the rest of the testimony here.
Or it could be a trap.
You know what? I'll double down on that. It is not a trap. There's something very wrong there. Miss Darklaw, I just noticed something in your testimony that's very relevant to this case. This isn't looking good.
No.
The defense requests you amend your testimony.
You just can't help letting that ridiculous imagination of yours run wild, can you?
The Inquisition has no objections. Ha ha ha. Very well. The witness will amend her testimony.
It was not a trap.
Cool.
Just adding. Okay.
There was no heel in the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my steps to them as far as possible. As I passed by the bell tower, town square. No, we didn't push that one all the way, did
Yeah, no. She must be talking about the storyteller's death. There is the possibility of changing the outcome of what has already been written in the story. However, there are still those who would challenge the story and make an attempt at changing the inevitable.
That is what I, too, think.
What's up, Maya? Did you notice something?
You could say that. It just... Look at Kira. She's been looking down in the dump since the start.
Oh, right, Kira. I honestly forgot she was still here.
Not only that, she looks sort of scared, too.
You're right. We can't afford to forget about her. I wonder if Kira has anything else she could tell us. I've got to remember to question her the second I see an opening.
As I passed by the bell tower, there was no heel in the
Miss Darklaw, what was your reason for going up into the bell tower alone?
It is as I said earlier. I was in the town square to make sure the area was secure.
Okay, but surely you had some inkling that Bezella might have been lurking around there somewhere, right? Wouldn't it have been a lot better if you went to the bell tower with some kind of backup from the Vigilantes?
Defender, you witnessed the summoning of the fire dragon with your own eyes, did you not? 10 more people at my side against a power such as that would only mean 10 more lives lost.
Shit, she got you
She's
there.
got a point there.
And besides, even if those 10 had been with me, their combined strength is nary that of even Barnum's annoying mutt.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's kind of a compliment to Constantine, which I'm always up for.
Oh
but
yes, always.
He's a strong dog. But then she kind of she kind of insulted him by calling him a mutt.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And annoying.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's just all around bad. That's mean. You're mean.
Yeah, you
Stop that.
And Shaky is pure boy. Okay.
No objections here. Oh, God. Well, I guess he did fight Nick.
Say, Nick, about Darklaw's testimony, I think I noticed something kind of fishy.
Yeah, me too. It'd probably be a good idea to just give the court record another check, just in case.
Okay.
What?
Well, the invisibility cloak it said can only be seen by people of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just noting. Just noting.
I had my own reasons for not allowing any one of those vigilantes to see me.
And what were those reasons?
They relate to the protecting the storyteller. It was something I was to carry out at that particular time.
Did it perhaps have something to do with what was already decided upon in the story? Ah, damn. Can't find it.
The storyteller's word is
Story.
absolute. Therefore, any and all of those who make an attempt to alter his will Oh, to alter his will, sorry. Must be dealt with immediately. I had a lot
Oh,
of troubles with that.
Hello.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Kira. Witness.
Yes!
Figures. She really doesn't remember her own name. You seem to be deep in thought about something. Did you remember anything regarding the High Inquisitor's testimony?
No, I'm sorry. Nothing in particular. It's just, I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Disappointed?
I traveled all the way here to Labyrinthia in order to fulfill my mission, but all I managed to do is to fail and end up being captured.
Regardless of your own failure, Miss Kira, the storyteller did die as was foretold, did he not? Look at this sneaky liar. Apparently a gentleman can lie through their teeth.
Tonight, as the rain came pouring down over the town, I arrived at my designated location. Naturally, the bell tower was surrounded by guards on patrol. 10 to be exact. I was very nervous.
She must be talking about the vigilantes.
Just relax. You'll be fine as long as you're wearing this robe, I kept telling myself. Little did I know, I was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I'd just been a little more careful.
Enough. I would be thinking more about atoning for your past crimes and less about what could have been if I were you. Is there anything wrong with Kira's testimony?
There's
Something odd. Hold on one second. About your testimony, Miss Kira. You were thinking to yourself that so long as you had your robe on, you'd be fine.
Yes, that's right, I was.
So basically, you were wearing the robe the whole time you were on the top floor of the bell tower. Is that right?
Yes, I had it on the entire time. That is, until I was attacked. Then my robe was ripped off by the wind.
Oh. Miss Kira, this is the first time we've heard any mention of this information.
Is that so? Oh, I think I must have just forgotten.
Your Honor, perhaps we should update this piece of evidence in the court record. Right you are. Invisible worn by Kira when she was attacked. Invisible only to the Eldritch Woods residents. Yep. Lady Darklaw, please continue with your testimony.
I climbed the stairs up to the bell tower and saw an intruder inside with their back turned. I proceeded to apprehend them.
Ah, well, here we go. Oh, hey.
Oh.
Do you think it could have been the Great Witch Bezella? I mean, the thought must have crossed your mind. Surely you anticipated some sort of resistance.
Well, I hate to admit this. I allowed myself to act rashly without first considering the circumstances. So the second I noticed their presence, I took action. Never did I imagine the intruder would have as much strength as they did. Why am I having so much troubles today?
You know
one
what?
word at a time.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Perhaps I should have gathered more forces.
Perhaps I should have gathered more forces to accompany me. Did I tell you about the 4 a.m. Crier last night?
What?
Oh, man. So at 4 a.m. there was a guy just crying his eyes out in the street.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't Tom? That's right when he got home.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was me.
Sorry, man.
It was a hard night.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
He was there. However, at the time, I was not thinking straight. I assumed any additional help would not be necessary.
But, Lady Darklaw, through your quick thinking and judgment, you still managed to successfully catch the suspect.
Unfortunately, my lord, it was nothing more than pure luck. Exceptional results can only be obtained through exceptional thinking. Don't you think?
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Hey, nice joke, Tricon. And Yanni, cat got your tongue?
Looks like that's all we're getting out of her for now.
Oh, you know, if Darklaw's just gonna into the bell tower to arrest some intruder, Then I wonder why she didn't just come out and say that she did that.
Simple. That information was on strictly a need-to-know basis.
Need to know basis, huh?
That sort of secrecy is pretty common, but usually they've got to have a reason for not disclosing the information to begin with. Darklaw was hiding this information for a reason. That's why we need to figure out exactly what she was doing in that tower. I've got to get her to tell us.
Hey, Nick, is it me, or do you feel like we're being watched?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I wonder what's up with the professor. Something must have happened. There's no way he'd turn on us like this.
The professor's been very quiet so far. But surely, he must have noticed there's something that just doesn't add up with Darklaw's testimony. Anyway, there's bound to be something in this testimony that we can use. We just have to make sure we comb this thing from top to bottom for any contradictions.
That's right.
Meow. Da 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 da.
Boink.
Saw an intruder inside with their back turned. Da 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 da. Boop. Boop.
Objection!
Objection indeed. So, the person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Miss Kira. The only problem with that is that it would have been impossible.
What are you talking about, Defender?
Miss Kira, should I say, the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, there's no way Miss Darklaw would have been able to see the witness. Oh, you're quite right.
Ooh, or is there?
Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible. Right, but there's just one particular group that can see anyone dressed in this robe. Oh, and who is that exactly? Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see the robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing.
Objection!
Oh, hi. So, what you are saying, Mr. Wright, is that Miss Darklaw here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods. Is that correct? And that she knew this girl prior to tonight. That's right, Professor. What is this? The Eldritch Woods. My name is Professor Layton. A most impressive display, Mr. Wright. However, there's still one detail that you appear to have overlooked. Something I overlooked? You say Miss Darklaw saw something she should not have been able to see. However, the truth is that there is one other possibility as to what occurred tonight. Did he just say what I think he said? It's rather easy to work out. Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place. What are you talking about, Inquisitor? This witness has proven her memory of tonight's events to be quite unreliable. God damn it, Layton, come on!
No,
What?
you're better than this.
I believe by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had, in fact, already removed her robe. Kira, what?
Tis as you say, Inquisitor. As you can see, Defender, your assertion is mere speculation at best. Your little witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that.
Objection!
1 second. The witness was quite clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Miss Kira?
I'm not sure.
No.
What?
I mean, my memory is a little fuzzy.
No way!
I thought we really had her there.
It would appear there's nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning. Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination. A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well then, Lady Darklaw, will you please continue with your testimony?
As you wish.
No matter how you slice it, Kira looks like she's definitely hiding something.
If only there was some way of getting her to talk, huh, Nick? No matter what Kira says, Darklaw just stays cool and brushes it off.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy, that's for sure. That's why we really need to set our sights on Darklaw. If we keep doing that, then sooner or later, Kira is bound to speak up and say something.
Whoa, Nick, that's your most dastardly devious plan yet.
All right, I know there's still a clue or two from this testimony somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. I should go back and double check her previous testimony. There have to be some more contradictions. Team Bagels, nice.
Team Uzama.
Man Cave Civil War.
But how did she knock her out is my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we should comb through. Oh, wait a second.
Go on.
No, never mind. Let's just comb through this again.
Okay.
Nothing missed. Immediate threat to the storyteller, right? Remember the final part of the story. Yep, storyteller's death. There's the inevitable. That is what I think too. What's up, Maya? Did you notice something?
You could say that.
Down the
Kira's
dumps will
looking
start.
sad.
Yeah, right. Looks like it's sort of scared. Yep. Boom.
Wait. Can we press that again?
The very first one?
Yeah.
Here?
And even though Kira doesn't say anything, can we slide over to her? And question her?
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on!
Witness.
Oh, it's same.
Hmm.
Hold it!
Oh, shit. Wait, no.
Oh.
Must have been Miss Kira's footsteps. We stuck to the bell tower. Indeed. Easily visible. Vigilante's testimony.
Yeah.
Like Foxy's, but they weren't hers.
But they weren't hers.
Try containing mark of a stiletto would have been. I saw the footprints. Bell tower had no heel mark at all. And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up the stairs. Is not live your own risk. That's correct. Undoubtedly raised some suspicion.
No
Heel,
heel.
no footprints.
Hold it!
Because does her have a heel? Because we can see in the sketch that there's clearly a heel.
I know, right? Well, no, but she left the heel. Like,
Yeah.
someone left the heel.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I thought they were saying that Espella left the heel or something like that. Anyways.
No, like in this moment, there was the no heel for the original footsteps, and then in this like reasoning world, Darklaw saw that and was like, "I'm going to step on these, covering them, so it looks
But-
like they're not my shoes."
Okay, wait.
her shoes
No.
had heels.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
She said that there was no heel on them,
Correct.
right, when they did. But then they also said that the footprints in the sketch matched Espella's footprints exactly. Because they tried to say they were Espella's before.
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Miss Darklaw, is there a reason you're going up the bell tower alone? Grr.
Make it was secure.
Pack of vigilantes. Fire dragon, 10 more, got a point. Bottoms all, no objections here.
See, Nick,
About Darklaw's testimony.
Yeah, me too. It'd probably be a good idea to give the court record another check just in case. I
yeah, let's do a
I think we could-
confident save,
think, yeah.
and then throw
I'm
the shoes.
real confident.
I want to finish going through this first, then we'll
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
I'm a reasons for not allowing any of the vigilantes to see me. And what were those reasons?
They relate
Practice.
to protecting the storyteller. It was something I was supposed to do.
Perhaps listening to the story.
Storyteller's word is
absolute,
absolute, therefore, any and all of those who make an attempt to alter his will must be dealt with immediately.
So
Yeah.
And then
we hit her,
yeah, we
and then
hit
she
her.
did the thing.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely no way you would have been able to disappear from sight.
Yeah.
Not unless you used magic or wearing this robe.
The night is still young, Defender. You ought to save the theatrics for later.
Huh?
There was indeed a very simple way that I was able to sneak into the bell tower.
A simple way? Like what?
Come now. Must I really spell it out for you?
I mean, oh.
Oh.
I use this.
That's...
This is the whistle used by the guardsmen to warn of danger. The second any guard hears this whistle, they immediately head out to investigate the trouble, vigilantes included. With the simple blow of this whistle, those guards took off from their post.
kind of a flawed system, don't you think?
A little bit.
And then, the second they were distracted, you crept into the bell tower undetected.
All I needed was that small break in their perimeter to sneak in. It was so easy, even a person of your caliber could do it.
I see. Then surely there was absolutely no need for this robe, correct?
Indeed, my lord.
Hold it!
Do you think it could have been the Great Witch Bezella? I mean, the thought must have crossed your mind. Surely you expected some resistance.
I hate to admit this, I allowed myself to act rashly. So the second I took notice of their presence, never did I imagine they treated with as much strength. That's weird, because Kira looks tiny and small. Oh, she's so strong. Meanwhile, you're towering over her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dark Claw's wearing like 12-inch shields.
Yeah.
But Lady Darklaw, through a quick thin judgment, you still managed to hit against the suspect.
Unfortunately, my lord, it was nothing. Don't you think?
Why look at me when you say that? Looks that's all we're getting at for now.
You know, if Darkla was just going into the bell tower to arrest some intruder, then why wouldn't you come out and say that to begin with?
Need no basis.
There's no basis.
All right, well, I mean, I'll double... Yeah, tell me about it.
What is that?
So we're doing the shoe prints with that one thing after a nice confident save.
Oh man, so confident.
I mean, like, nothing else has anything to do with anything. And it was this one where they said it's weird and we should double check the court record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Objection!
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
What I have here is a sketch of the footprints left at the bell tower. So tell me, Miss Darklaw, are these your footprints in this sketch?
It would appear so. I would never mean to offend the hard work of Labyrinthia's vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone.
Okay. When you put it that way, I can't help but notice a contradiction.
What did you say?
Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, the footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you can clearly see that not only is the heel present, but so is the entire foot. If you were trying so hard to step on the footprints already there, then the footprints in this sketch shouldn't have heel marks. That is very true. Although I do not think such a small detail is of much importance in the long run. I agree, it's a small detail, Your Honor, but that's not all I noticed. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony. Telling, you say? She stated that she stepped onto the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence. Now, there's something very strange there. Specifically, why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place?
Objection!
Mr. Wright. Yes, Professor? Tell me, can you show the court why the seemingly minor detail is odd? I can't exactly do that at the moment. Who can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worthy of concern? And if it is an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That, above all, is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at this time. Oh, there he goes again, flexing that amazing brain of his.
That's enough.
Miss Kira!
Lady Darkla, how? How could you? How could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us?
Oh shit, it's getting real. Get Mori in.
Yeah.
Betray? Witness, what is the meaning of this?
Lady Darkla, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods.
Like, she just saying it? That's the reveal?
Yeah.
You're the one responsible for handing us our tasks.
What?
I love the judge is just like the whole trial, been like, what? You? Now you?
This wretched girl is nothing more than a detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously.
Oh no, leave Kira alone.
Leave Kira alone.
People of Labyrinthia,
hand.
I ask you, what am I if not a loyal daughter of this fair town? No, you're lying, Lady Darklaw. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe. Lady Darklaw, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember? What nonsense. I haven't a clue what you're babbling about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. 'Twas not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me. Yes, you're right. That would be true. If you'd been sneaking around by yourself.
By yourself, please explain.
Enough. Listen to me and listen well. Continue as you are, and I will see to it that this court be the last place in which you ever set foot.
Excuse me,
Okay.
Miss Darklaw. I would like it if you didn't threaten my witness in the court of law. Kind of.
Kind of.
It matters not. The end is already nigh.
Oh.
After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now.
Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darklaw was not by herself at the time of the incident tonight.
That's right.
Oh.
Wow, she has some serious aesthetic, let's be honest here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lady Darklaw was wearing the invisibility robe, and underneath that robe was a young girl passed out on her back.
What? A girl? Could that be?
Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside that cage up there.
It's happening. Oh, it's happening. You mean Espella Cantabella? Yeah, she got that leg strength. She got them thigh-high boots.
And that was not a short tower. She climbed the whole thing.
Order!
Hors d'oeuvres.
So, the accused was carried up the bell tower.
My lord, there is nothing left for me to say. 'Tis the word of the High Inquisitor versus that of a witch. Tell me, who would you sooner believe?
Well, I guess that's who the evidence supports, really.
Objection.
Miss Darklaw, you of all people should be aware that this isn't a matter of believing or not believing. I'm afraid those words are, I'm afraid those are words that carry no meaning here. The only thing that carries any meaning here within the courtroom is evidence. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Yes, absolutely, Professor.
Well now, things are beginning to heat up a little, are they not? Fine. Tell me, Defender, have you the means to prove this assertion? Do you actually think you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused into the bell tower?
From the looks of it, Miss Kira was supposed to keep quiet about Darklaw's little secret. But she couldn't deal with all of Darklaw's denials, and finally found the guts to chime in. I can't let Kira's efforts go to waste. I don't care what stands in my way. I'm gonna find the truth. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Miss Darklaw did, in fact, carry my client up the tower. Very well, Defender. You may present your evidence. Show us the evidence that proves Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower.
Think it's a footprint sketch again?
I'm kind of doubting it.
Okay. I'm only looking because there were 3 people in the tower then, and only 2 sets of footprints.
Maybe.
Kira spilled a lot of tea right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was the turning point for her?
She's got sick of it.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
She's like, well, for one thing, she handed Kira a task
Yeah.
and then stopped her from doing that task.
Yeah.
And
tried to-
it's like
yeah.
their whole thing is like,
I must do my task.
and it's like, oh, you can't get to do it. And so it's like,
Fuck you. You gave me a task and then you stopped me from doing it. I'm gonna fuck you up in the bullshit, you motherfucker.
you know?
I guess that makes sense.
Cash me outside, how about that?
I guess the footprints.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? Like, Leighton said it. He was like, oh, you can't do that without, like, telling us what this contradiction means. So you can't make this a contradiction at this point.
Yeah.
So maybe now, man, really leaning into these footprints, though. Like, all right, are we all good footprints? I don't see anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a footprint on the staircase.
The footprints on the staircase, in the bell tower, in the bedroom.
Oh, thank God. That's such a satisfying thing when the music cuts.
Yeah. There was something in your testimony just now that I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left at the bell tower.
Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints?
You know, it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about this, and like, it's just a weird thing, right? Totally out there. What if like Labyrinthia is like a game, and then outside the game is like, I don't know, some like weird shit.
Yeah.
But the reason the invisibility cloak like works is because it's like an error, and there's just no texture for it, so it just disappears, kind of thing. I don't know.
Just like corrupted game file.
Kind of.
Like corrupted item file. It's all a simulation.
Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible. However, the reality is, the footprints pictured in the sketch actually do contain a heel. That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints that were already there. Prevented? Ah, you mean she didn't have the calf strength. That's right, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, when you climbed the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Miss Cantabella on your back. Is that correct? If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your two hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe up the stairs without falling. That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. Damn! Lady Darklaw, you...
Fine, I admit it. It is as you say. I donned the robe and made my way up the tower. But I was not alone. I carried both Espella Cantabella and her little friend up the tower with me.
Aw, little friend?
That black-furred creature of hers. That thing is nary ever a second from her side.
Oh, she must mean Eve.
When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her.
I was very shocked to see the mistress show up in person like that.
The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. Believe it or not, it's just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine and put the girl out of the picture.
And that's when Miss Kira put up a fight and pulled this pendant right off your neck, correct?
That's right.
I cannot fathom it. That would mean this pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw. Ooh, got it. I thought the picture was going to reveal that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the picture yet.
No, we haven't. But we saw it with Professor Layton,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And I thought that would be like, oh, like, this picture proves that the other pendant belongs to you. But we just did it now. So it's like, where's the picture? What does the picture mean now?
What does
Anyway,
the picture mean?
I have just one question,
Oh.
Miss Darklaw.
So no, I see it now though, because we didn't know who's that other person. One
I
of them
know.
is, yeah, so
Leighton
that's what
didn't
we
know.
did.
Yeah.
No, but Leighton didn't know.
Leighton didn't know.
Whom Darklaw was.
Yeah.
He only knew. So he
Well, I mean,
couldn't
like,
have done the connection.
Well, no, he's seen Darklaw before, I'm sure.
yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I mean, in the photo, the line from last stream was
he didn't.
Oh,
I know
who's that
he
with
couldn't.
Espella?
He couldn't recognize Little Darklaw, which is
Yeah.
like kind of
Who's
Yeah.
that Pokemon?
Yeah.
So I think so we're gonna take it here, and we're doing the reverse of what we thought.
Probably.
We're
It's
then gonna
Pikachu!
go. Be like,
I just have one question, Miss Darklaw. Why? Why take Espella up the bell tower? Why render her unconscious? And why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all of this?
I am in no way obliged to answer that question, Defender.
What? What makes you say that?
Simple. None of this has any relevance to the case at hand. That is why.
Objection!
Miss Darklaw, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up in the top of the bell tower. I'd say that is more than a little relevant.
Objection!
No.
Your Honor, if I may. The Inquisition believes the defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case. But, Professor, what are you saying? It would seem the defense has forgotten a very important point. Namely, the point of this, Mr. Wright. Huh? The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the Great Witch Bezella. Whether or not Miss Darklaw locked the witness at the top of the bell tower is hardly relevant to the purpose of this trial. But... Ooh. There's one thing that is very clear. Neither Miss Darklaw nor this witness could possibly be Bezella. What? If either one of the two were Bezella, then there'd be no need for them to have used this robe of invisibility. They cannot use magic. Therefore, it is inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Witch. A rather straightforward argument if there ever was one. At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Of those 3, 2 used the invisibility, 2 used the robe of invisibility to vanish from sight.
Well, technically there were like 3 people and a cat.
Yes. Leaving only one person. Indeed. Miss Cantabella. Ugh. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bezella?
Is that not obvious? The accused, Espella Cantabella, is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused voice was heard by all the townspeople, chanting the spell Granworm.
Objection!
Not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this case. Did you forget about Miss Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip to that pit of fire over there. And yet, here she is, in one piece, testifying that she returned in order to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller. Then, there's Miss Darklaw, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transport her up the bell tower. I'd say there's more than enough reason to investigate who these two really are. Only to discover that they are not, in fact, the Great Witch Bezella. I'm saying there's a possibility that these two are somehow related to Bezella. The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter. I must say, what Inquisitor Layton has stated certainly does ring true. However, Lady Darklaw, I have one question I must ask you. What exactly were you hoping to accomplish here tonight?
I assure you, 'twas not my intent to deceive the good citizens of Labyrinthia. However, I must now reveal the truth to you all.
Okay, thank you.
What'd she say?
She is so aesthetic, my god.
I know, well, she got like
She
all
does have the
cat
cat's
motifs there,
tail.
The cat's tail there, yeah.
You don't think Lady Darklaw is in league with witches, do you? Oh, she can't be. She was just the one that saw to the other witch's demise.
Lady Darklaw, are you saying that you're...
That's right, my lord. I am a shade.
a shade? Lady Darklaw, will you please tell the court exactly what you mean when you say shade?
Yes, of course. I grow weary of standing behind this bench. I will tell you all I can.
What the heck is she trying to pull? Why testify about something that could potentially undermine your credibility? Ooh.
Interesting.
Shades. Hey, Ruin!
I'm back, witches! Welcome back.
Welcome, Whack.
Welcome, Whack.
Witches.
My witchy...
What's up, witchy baby?
Witchy baby.
Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell in Labyrinthia. To them, I am known as the Great Witch. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials soon become shades, who live their lives in the woods.
We exist to carry out our tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit.
Wait, so is it her?
What on earth? High Inquisitor Darklaw. Do you mean to say that not only are you a witch, but you're the Great Witch?
Unbelievable. Lady Darklaw, the Great Witch?
A great witch? Doesn't that mean she's Berzella?
Yep, that's right. Lady Darklaw is Berzella.
Shut up, Maya. I do hope you're not forgetting what we've established only moments ago. It is not possible for Lady Darklaw to be Miss Berzella.
Me too, Clay. Don't worry, me too.
Inquisitor Layton, surely the testimony just now proves it. I am afraid that in the heat of such revelations, you have all misheard the information.
'Tis pointless. This is the extent of what the people of this town will believe.
I believe the truth will become clear during our cross-examination. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Yeah, what he said. Defender, you may now begin your interrogation.
Interrogation's just such a bad word for this.
Shut up and tell me what you know!
Jesus Christ! I'll tell you everything.
Did you put Berzella in the goblet of fire?
I pooped myself. I did it, okay?
Hold it! Great Witch.
Yes, that's right. However, I am not Berzella. The mistress to those who dwell in the Eldritch Woods is dubbed the Great Witch. Even if I wanted to be Berzella, I couldn't. As the ever so charming Inquisitor stated earlier, I cannot use magic.
Miss Darklaw, I have one question. What do you mean by live outside the realm?
I mean just that, Inquisitor. We truly do live in a realm separate from this town. Now surely one as intelligent as yourself has worked out the answer by now, no?
Perhaps. That remains to be seen, Miss Darklaw.
Regardless, it is something we cannot discuss with anyone. But it is something that the defense should be able to prove.
That almost sounds like a challenge. By the way, Miss Darklaw, since you're not actually a witch, why do you continue to be called that?
To answer that, I must first discuss the true identity of the Shades.
Oh, okay. I like this exposition hour. This is okay.
Hold it! So you're saying that the Kira right here now is a shade version of the Kira from before?
Indeed, Defender. The girl has no recollection of her life prior to living in those woods.
What manner of witchery is this? Why? This girl, Kira the flower seller, was cast straight to the flames before our very eyes. That's right, Your Honor, but as you can see, she didn't die. You see, there's actually a trick to the incineration device in the witch's court. A trick? Once the verdict has been delivered, the court's attendants move the steel cage into position, after which it seals shut. Then, the cage is dropped down into a pit of fire. The bottom of the cage then opens, allowing the witch inside to escape unharmed into an underground passage. If what you're saying is true, Defender, then what of this town's witch purging history? What has been the purpose of all this?
You and the knights have indeed been ridding Labyrinthia of witches. However, nary a single life has been taken in the process. That is the reality.
That's so funny.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
What we've been burning people.
But you cannot truly expect me to believe such a ridiculous notion. Your Honor, it's true.
Take a good hard look. It doesn't get any more live than this,
Maya's
witchy baby.
back, witches! It's you.
Yeah.
Aya May.
I love the name Aya, by the way.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
Aya May.
Well, it's actually Maya Fey. Your forgetfulness.
What the heck are you doing? Everyone's gonna recognize you.
Yeah, but seeing is believing, Nick. Now they have to believe you.
I'm gonna play this. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, angriest! Just wanted to say I'm insanely furious for sports reasons.
Sports!
All right.
Is
please
Aaron
continue.
Rodgers injured? Sucks.
Oh, man.
Do you see? Are you satisfied?
Thank God he saved money with Geico.
Yeah. All those found guilty in the witch trials lose their names, magic, and memory. They are then sent to spend their lives as shades in the Eldritch Woods. And the mistress of those shades is the Great Witch. As you can see, this girl, too, has become a shade. Minnesota!
I have no more words to express my utter disbelief in this situation.
That's enough. Shall we return to the testimony?
No.
What?
Well, if somehow they took away the magical powers of these witches.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't they just do that instead of burning people?
Because they didn't know.
They didn't burn anybody, though.
But they tried. They tried really hard.
I don't know. That's the way it works.
It's all part of the process.
I assume those concoctions they were mixing have something to do with it.
Probably.
Why do I get the feeling that things are going to get a lot worse?
We exist to carry out our tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself.
Also, because the storyteller says so. Okay.
Because I never thought of it that way.
These tasks you mentioned, were you acting on them this evening?
Yes, I was told here to come and become Basella.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Darklaw. Would you like to comment on the testimony you just heard? It seemed like something in it attracted your attention. I guess whatever I say, she'll just stand there going ... with her eyes closed.
Darkla doesn't make a great witness, does she? Don't you me?
Well then, witness continue testifying.
Hold it!
Task you mentioned this evening. Wait just a moment, witness. Did you just say, become Basella? Sorry, I guess she said she was going to be Basella. I skipped ahead.
Ma, how absolutely dreadful.
Why would anybody be given such a terrible task?
Where have all the shades come from?
Order! Order!
I'm sorry. I don't know why I was given such a task. All I can do is follow the orders I'm given. If I can do that, then I can return.
What do you mean, you can return?
Such is the nature of the shades. Neither human nor witch. Theirs is an existence spent in the shadows. Each of the shades is given a specific task. Then, upon successfully completing such a task, they are allowed to return to Labyrinthia as brand new people.
But, Lady Darklaw, how can they return as brand new citizens? When we already know who they were. For instance, we all recognize the former flower seller standing here before us.
Do you?
Now that, my lord, remains a secret. But a secret you'll come to understand sooner rather than later.
You've been brought back 6 times.
Yo.
Simply baffling.
I have a theory.
Yeah?
Cinderella,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know how her mom's like, "You crazy! You're not rich, you're just a poor lady!" What if she actually was rich and she has memories of her past life
Oh,
as a rich lady?
maybe.
Cinderella does?
Yeah, the Cinderella. in this
Cinderella.
place. Yeah, Cinderella.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
Yeah,
it's
theory.
probably like a similar thing that happened with like Maya and Nick though, where like they hadn't existed there before, but people are like, oh, Maya and Nick have been with us for years.
Mm.
No.
Not really.
The one who gives
Probably
us all
the chemtrails.
tasks is the Great Witch. That would be you, Lady Darkla. Oh magnificent one.
While this explanation is wrought with much I cannot comprehend, I request the witnesses add it to their testimony.
Okay. Lady Darkla was our venerable mistress. She assigned us our tasks.
Dankarella
She
merch
was
when?
the Great Witch.
Hold it!
Soon. So, about these tasks, can you give us any other examples?
A shade's tasks must never be discussed with others, no matter what.
She says that even though she just finished telling us all about her secret task. I think I fucked it up anyways. Incidentally, do you perhaps remember when you arrived back in town to carry out your orders?
Well, not really. My memory is still a little fuzzy.
Say, didn't Kira only just recently become one of those shades things?
Still, I failed in my task tonight.
Come to think of it, when Luke and I had our little run-in with Kira, I remember being blown clear across the marketplace. But I never saw any explosives or gunpowder.
Maybe. Kira was given the task of blowing you to smithereens, Nick.
And we're done. Getting back to this testimony. I'm sure there's something here that just doesn't add up.
I'm not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit.
You don't remember having any recollection of your old flower-selling self, do you?
I don't.
When a witch becomes a shade, they lose all memory of their past life.
They lose their memories. But why? And yet, you still have some grasp of the concept of magic, do you not, Witness?
Let me spell this out for you. Magic does not exist in the Eldritch Woods.
Oh, but there are actually lots of things back in the forest that I have not seen in this town.
There are things you haven't seen here?
Like really huge machines, that sort of thing. There's one that spits out fire with such amazing speed, and then it expels these huge plumes of grey smoke.
A machine that spits fire? Never have I heard of such a thing. Are you certain that these machines of which you speak are not simply magic?
You know, now that you mention it, I don't think anyone from this town can actually see those of us from the forest.
They can't see you. Could it be something like that robe? Or John Cena? How can such a thing even be possible without magic?
Objection.
Ooh.
Miss Darklaw, if I may interrupt you for just a moment.
What is it, Inquisitor Layton?
Through your testimony just now, we have come to understand the process of how one becomes a shade. However, I was hoping you could perhaps elaborate one additional point. Namely, what exactly is the purpose behind the shades?
If you wish to know our purpose, there are certain other things that you must first understand. Once you've done that, the answer should be quite clear. Isn't that right, Defender?
The purpose behind the shades?
Rest assured, you will not get the answer from me. As the saying goes, the witch is in your court, Defender.
So good! Oh man, so good. Sounds like Darklaw's challenging me to figure this out. Challenge accepted. Oh, my bad. No! That's it for a testimony, I guess.
Oh, what you thinking, Nick?
I'm thinking there's something really weird going on with Darklaw.
Really? Do tell.
I mean, just listening to her testimony, she's more than willing to elaborate on some potentially incriminating information.
I see your point.
The one really trying to put an end to the story could be Darklaw herself.
Oh, I guess, but still.
Huh?
Remember, Nick, we're here to save Espella. So let's squeeze every last bit of information we can out of Darklaw and clear Espella's name.
You know, you could be onto something. I'd better gather as much information as possible for the time being.
Ba, 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 ba.
There is but one true purpose for the shades that dwell within the Eldritch Woods.
Hold it!
Miss Darklaw, what is the purpose of the shades?
As mistress to those shades, I cannot disclose the purpose of their existence.
Well then, since Miss Darklaw is unable to tell us herself, it seems we must rely on evidence instead. Evidence, huh? I do believe the shades could have something to do with that which exists in this town, but ought not to. Something that exists, but shouldn't.
Do you think that the bell tower was always there, but invisible?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the chicken and waffle store. It's just,
Oh,
I don't know,
right,
man.
it
Like
shouldn't.
chicken and waffles together, it shouldn't exist, but it does.
But it does.
That's pretty good.
Thank
Yeah.
God it does.
All right, I know, but it shouldn't.
It should not.
It should not
No.
exist.
No.
Well, Defender, are you prepared to present evidence?
Yeah. No. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? We'll present something good.
Can you go to profiles? Should any of these things exist when they shouldn't?
I think it might be like the Grand Grimoire. Because I thought it was magic. That's what I thought they were talking about.
Magic makes sense.
Exists, but it shouldn't.
Because magic doesn't exist outside these walls.
No, it doesn't.
I feel like they might give us. Let's go into it. I feel like they might give us a little tidbit.
I was born ready, Your Honor. Something that exists in this town but shouldn't. I think I know what you're getting at, Professor. Defender, please present your evidence. Yes, Your Honor. The purpose of the shades could be to make sure that this particular thing exists in Labyrinthia. Oh, shit.
Footprints.
Footprints again. They haven't failed us yet, baby.
They just follow around people like wearing their invisible cloaks, making footprints.
Oh, they have invisibility robes.
Oh, what's the
I
actual?
bet you it's the bell tower. No.
The way
can't
that
be
they
the
set
bell
it up,
tower.
it didn't exactly fit. I was really with it.
The purpose of the shades could be to make sure that this particular thing exists in Labyrinthia, because shades would have existed prior to the bell tower.
Yeah. I want to go to the far left, the actual case that we're on right now. Case outline.
You start just being Bazella. Being Bazella is my favorite charge. I'm Bazella, a typical 16-year-old witch.
Oh, yo.
And this is being Bazella.
You don't think it's a Spella, do you?
Oh.
Like, because she's like the Mary Sue insert right now, isn't she?
Kind of. Like, maybe the only thing that sucks is
Yeah.
that they said thing. This particular thing, and I don't think that they would go for a person if it was thing.
Truth.
Are they the ones hiding hint coins everywhere? For sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The hint coins. That's what it is.
Tits. They're to keep the tits in town perky.
Oh.
Because like what I was thinking is that they just ran around with their invisibility cloaks and stuff, making magic. Because Kira said that there was a machine that like spewed flames and then smoke or whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe that's how they did the fire dragon or something.
Yeah.
But like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I could just pick a random spell from the Grand Grimoire, but
It wouldn't be that. You know what I mean? Like.
I mean we're really locked in now, and I can't save. I can't do anything. I mean we could spend a hint coin for the first time ever in court because we have no shame now.
We have no shame.
But I'm totally lost.
Do we wanna?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, we're gonna use our first hint coin.
Narrow down the area. Sure. Here's my hint coin. It is the Grand Grimoire! I told you! Get it!
Wait. We'll go into it. Is this all it's gonna give you now, or?
I don't even care if he's a hint coin because I was right.
Take that!
But wow, they really give it to you with the hint coin.
Yeah.
They really do. I think it was nice to see what it was like using a hint coin too.
Straight
Yeah.
up the answer coin,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrow down the area.
Oh no, I'm being shunned as a non-believer. Yo, Phantom of the Night, what's going on?
Ella,
Under my buzz, Ella.
I already knew the answer. Something that doesn't exist. I have a feeling no one's going to like the answer I'm about to give, and it'll probably end up shaking this town to its core. But I've got to tell them, the truth has to come out. You guys doubted my grand grimoire ways.
You know what? You're right, and I was wrong. What I doubted was not that it was magic. I doubted that they would just let you throw anything from it. I thought that you had like the grand grimoire, then you could send or something like that.
Like an
literally just
actual item
any
of it.
spell.
Yeah, any spell.
Any spell?
Okay. I didn't believe they'd do it.
Since I arrived here in Labyrinthia, there's been no shortage of really strange events. Ignace, Demir, Godor, Goldor, and now Granworm. The mere command of magic is in itself a crime, is it not? In this town, witches are arrested and made to participate in witch trials. They are then sentenced to death by fire. But none of those witches actually died. That supposed death by fire wasn't real. And neither is magic. It doesn't really exist. What are you saying, Defender? The Eldritch Woods apparently contain some rather large machines, unlike anything that exists within Labyrinthia. Machines that emit fire and produce large plumes of smoke. To top it all off, the citizens of Labyrinthia are not able to see said machines. It sounds like nothing more than magic. Yes, that's exactly it, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, magic doesn't really exist in this town. That's the answer, isn't it? Magic does not? What utter nonsense!
It seems we have finally arrived at the stunning conclusion. The secret behind Labyrinthia.
What? What?
Actually, I thought about this as well, like that idea, but then we only lost one dude to actual, like, quote unquote magic. Mugs and Jugs. The two robbers.
There's Rubs and Tugs.
Rubs and Tugs, yeah.
Did they actually die though?
That's what I'm curious about. Well, they were kind of lit on fire.
They might be shades, because there were male shades out there.
There were male shades.
Order! 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 I say! What is the meaning of this? It means that all the magic you've seen in this town was nothing more than an illusion created and put into motion by the shades. But Defender, the witches, we've clearly seen them use magic. Let us take a moment to think carefully about the systems employed by the shades. Systems? What is essential in order for the witch to use magic? The witch must possess a Telea Magica and must say an incantation in order to cast a spell. And the spell is able to be cast or determined by the Scepter's magic gems. Now, what do you think is the purpose of placing such requirements on the use of magic? What do you mean, purpose? God damn it, Judge! These requirements are not there to allow the user to cast magic. Rather, the reality is they are there to inform the shades of who should be using magic. It is possible that the witches were always being closely observed by shades. That is why they donned these robes, to appear hidden until they were needed to create magic.
Oh my god.
Create? Indeed. There are all kinds of spells within this tome. It would be quite troublesome if they were simply allowed to use any spell at will. Yeah, it would make the Shade's job that much more difficult, that's for sure. Precisely so. That is why it's imperative that a certain restriction be placed on the use of magic. Ah, are you referring to the Telea Magica, right, Professor? Of course. No wonder the scepter could only contain 2 magic gems.
I'm gonna play this.
Oh, okay.
Then,
Oh, Angrius!
Hey!
Oh, that's the one.
Tugs and Jugs are by far the lewdest names you could have believed those names to be.
come on, it was a joke.
Tugs and Jugs.
I didn't think
out
that
in
was
the
really their
forest.
names.
I don't know.
Tugs and Jugs,
I
yeah.
said Rubs and Tugs.
Rubs, Tugs, Jugs, and Tugs. I like Jugs
Yeah.
and Tugs.
Jugs and Tugs.
Jugs and Tugs.
Yeah.
Each of them are known for their specific talent.
Yeah. But yeah, you know why, Renegaders, I'm shook is because how shitty would it be if you grew up in this town as a witch and you're terrified your whole life, but you think that you've got this really special power though, and you know it's actually just some dude like doing things like puppeting,
Just following you around.
Yeah, it's following you around.
I feel bad for the shade that had to carry the golden goat around forever
Oh my
until the little
God.
girl cast
Until-
the spell.
yeah.
Like she tried to cast it on Leaf and the shade was like, nah, bitch, I've been
No.
carrying this goat around. Your goat is turned to gold, okay? I don't care about your Leaf shit, okay? Boom. Golden goat.
Yeah, golden goat.
Have fun with your goat.
Right?
Just this poor lady just hears dragging like wherever she goes, and it's like, oh, let's not go near like Sally. She makes weird noises all the time.
Oh
Then
god.
there's the incantation. What would happen if a witch could simply whisper the incantation quietly to herself, or not even say it at all?
Boy, that'd be so cool. You'd be like casting spells all day long and no one would ever see it coming.
Maya, we spent an entire trial proving that you weren't a witch, remember? If the witches didn't give some sort of signal, then there'd be no way for the shades to know when to cast the spell. You're all right, Mr. Wright. The incantations were a way of telling the shades when the witch was ready to use their magic. What on earth? Never did I think these requirements could have such a purpose.
I'm
Very cool, though.
I'm curious
Writing-wise.
how Godor worked. Where they like sawed a hole in the wall and then let her reach through and then patched it back up.
I don't know.
Maybe
The
that's
wall
why
was never there to begin with.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was 5 minutes. You know.
Or maybe that's why it had to be green, because it's a video game.
Oh.
Now, let's think back to the previous events leading up to today that have involved magic. First, our encounter with magic was the use of the spell Ignace a few nights ago. A spell like this was nothing more than flames spewed from a machine being used by the shades. Then that means Demir. A spell that makes the caster disappear. No doubt about it. It must have been this robe. Next is the incident with Godor, the spell that transmuted me into a scrolled statue. While I understand this may sound a bit absurd, I can only surmise. Oh my god. That the shades created a gold statue in my image.
Look at that one shade getting a feel on that golden ass.
Oh, that golden lane
Just
man. Like, you know what? They had to know that he's like, you know what? They had a normal statue. Like, no. Leighton would definitely be pointing when we turn him to gold. For sure.
And Black and Freed said knocked out Leighton, and that's where I draw the line. That's where it's not real. Like, you can't just knock out Leighton, clearly.
No.
You saw when he did those suits of armor.
Right?
He's a gentleman and an acrobat all in once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like that shade cup in a field there.
Yeah.
That the shades created a gold statue in my image, took me and left me in my place the instant the incantation was uttered. Professor, it's no more absurd than anything else that's happened so far. Oh, damn it! We can therefore conclude that all of the magic in Labyrinthia was created in a similar vein. What do you say to that, Miss Darklaw?
I'd expect nothing less from you, Inquisitor Leighton.
Why?
Inquisitor Leighton has a nice ring to it.
At any given time, there were between 5 and 10 witches in town. All of the witches were accompanied by shades at all times.
Oh my god, that would be hell.
It was easier than you would think. You see, the shades living in the Eldritch Woods total in the hundreds. It was simply a matter of having each one of those shades operate in shifts in order to watch over each of the witches within the town.
Okay. She says it's simple, easier than one would think, to manage 24/7 surveillance on 5 to 10 people, with each one manning a crew of 5 to 10, 24/7, I might add you, and having them completely undetected by an entire town.
Yeah.
Easy.
Doing shift work.
Shift work.
But I mean, it also depends on the complexity of the spells that they each have.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
It'd be nice to have Demir. That'd be nice.
Demir. Or like, oh, you have a spell that makes someone sneeze.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like,
a little bit of pepper in
got
the
the
face.
pepper.
And geez, how do you think army officers work? Absolutely. Do you know how many people it takes to manage that? It's insane.
Yes.
It takes a
Yes.
lot of Great Witch, more like the greatest manager to ever live.
Yeah. Yeah, she's something else.
Like, this is higher management here at its finest. Anyways.
Oh, Amy Downs!
Amy
Welcome
Downs,
back.
what up? Clearly, the real witchy baby was the friends we made along the way.
Amy gets it.
Amy knows. Amy knows.
Thanks, Amy. Oh, yeah, and Luigi Sake says, how much money do you think the Shades get for their job? And that's also why she was the ultimate manager. She did it all at record-breaking like cost management. Flawless 24/7 surveillance shift work at like a fraction of the cost.
Well,
Okay.
nearly
Of the
flawless, because
Nearly
you have to
flawless.
consider that Kira was caught that one time.
Well, but was she supposed to be caught?
No,
Yeah. Wait.
remember when
Right.
when
Yeah. When she lit people on fire?
no, when she made the explosion happen.
Yeah, the
Oh, yes.
She was
Right.
but it was all part of the plan. Kei
Right.
Kakudori. I must say, Lady Darklaw, that is quite a number of shades.
It was not only those who fell victim to the flames that were turned into shades, but their victims too were made permanent residents of the Eldritch Woods.
Then there it is. You know, mugs and tugs.
Oh.
Those two shady thieves from before were turned into shades?
Ah, yes, you mean Rubs and Tugs. Despite their dubious appearance, those two were a couple of my best shades.
Shady thieves turned into shades. This stuff writes itself.
Oh.
I cannot believe what I've heard.
Oh.
However, there's still one thing I do not understand just yet.
And what would that be?
As it has just been explained, we've established that there is no possibility of magic being real. But replacing me with a gold statue to give the illusion of transmutation, for example, while it sounds simple enough, I myself, and presumably also Miss Fey, have no recollection of this replacement actually taking place.
Hey, that's right. The professor got all blingy before I could even bat an eye.
It begs the question, how and when was the statue created, let alone used to replace me? That is true. The same goes for Godor. It's supposed to create a portal between two green-colored walls. Perhaps that is exactly why the spell can only work on green walls, Mr. Wright. Still, it'd be impossible for the Shades to get those portals ready so quickly. I agree that if we take a moment to think, we can see all of these spells have one strange thing in common. A thing in common? Yes, indeed. Almost as if some time between the start and end of the incident was unaccounted for. Furthermore, any memory I might have had regarding the incident seems to have simply disappeared in the process.
I've got it, Nick. It's just like what happened to Kira. She's got absolutely no memory of her life in Labyrinthia before the trial, right?
Yes, I do not remember this Kira you speak of.
And, oh yeah, when you really think about it, doesn't it seem super weird how the Shades are all able to return to the town if they complete their tasks?
You're right, Maya. I mean, the townsfolk are bound to remember some things about them, right? Like how Miss Kira here threw a major hissy fit in court and was barbecued for being a witch. I like how we've gone from like oh man, the atrocity of of burning people to now she was barbecued.
I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I get that it's not real.
Yeah.
It's still a little too soon, Phoenix.
No.
That was
I like my Kira rare. Okay. Oh yeah.
Every Kira is
Eloquently
rare.
put, Mr. Wright. Hence, we cannot conclude that this is an entire illusion was primarily accomplished through the use of machinery. Simply put, there must be some way of affecting the memories of all those within the confines of this town.
Missing time and lost memories? Now that is interesting, Inquisitor. You are correct. There is in fact a secret that lies within the depths of the Eldritch Woods. Something that the people of this town cannot see. Something that can rob the people of their time and memories. 'Tis the very thing that connects all of what you've heard tonight. 'Tis a secret of monumental proportions.
Okay.
And let me guess. This is a secret that cannot be revealed by the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. Is that right?
Yes, an excellent deduction, Defender.
I feel like they're gonna reveal it at some point, but also, why? Was it just a fun hobby for them?
Oh.
A really epic prank?
Well, they just wanted to exist, you know?
Oh.
witches' souls would wander astray within the Eldritch Woods. Until tonight, I thought this nothing but a mere fairy tale told to children. But it has become clear that a seemingly large organization lies within that forest.
The Witch's Court is the border between this world and the other world.
Just thinking about how it was weird in the very beginning of the game, Layton and Luke were brought into the town by that carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Very spooky. Then that means in this world, you're Labyrinthia's High Inquisitor, while also being the mistress to the Shades in the other world, otherwise known as the Great Witch. May I intervene for just a moment, Mr. Wright? Sure. In all honesty, there's still something that sticks out as a little odd, particularly in Miss Darklaw's previous testimony. Did you say the previous testimony? I'd already pushed that out of my head.
Yeah.
There was one vital truth that we managed to take away from that testimony. You mean that magic does not truly exist in Labyrinthia? Indeed, quite the vital, albeit shocking truth. However, there was one more truth hidden within that same testimony. There's something else in that testimony? I must have checked the court record more times than I can count, but I didn't find a single other contradiction. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Wright? When there's no evidence left, we have but one more weapon at our disposal with which to uncover the truth.
Oh, hey, I got it, Nick. Remember in a witch trial when you could cross-examine two witnesses at the same time?
Hey, that's right. I completely forgot. Being able to have a look at two testimonies side by side is bound to turn up a contradiction somewhere. And that contradiction should provide us with a much-needed clue. I'm not entirely sure where the professor's going with this, but I believe in his judgment. Besides, if we're going to blow this case wide open, it's got to be worth a shot. Very well. We will now take a closer look at Lady Darklaw's previous testimony. This is it. Miss Darklaw's previous testimony. There's a glaring contradiction between this piece of testimony and the others. Ready yourself, Mr. Wright. Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them, I am known as the Great Witch. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become shades who live their lives in the woods. Lady Darklaw was our venerable mistress. She was assigned our tasks. She was the Great Witch. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit. That's fine. There is but one purpose for the shades that dwell within the Eldritch Woods.
And what's on the screen? Is this another piece?
That's her testimony that we're contradicting, and
Okay.
one of
Okay.
these contradicts that.
It could be the first one, to be honest.
I know, that's what I'm looking at, and it's like, well, if those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become shades who live in the woods, then
That
how
means-
did you get there?
Yeah, because that means either you were put onto the witch trial.
I like her. I like her little art on the bottom here. Not only does she look super like a cat now, but she also looks like so pissed off.
Oh yeah, the side eye.
As a cat would, you know, like.
I think
I'm not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit.
that's kind of. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Hold on. So
She
real
was
quick.
the Great Witch. I don't know. I think it's got to be the first one. It's the only one that makes any lick of sense.
Want to hit just the second one? Just look. I want to look at it one more time. Look on. Okay. Okay. First one.
Objection!
The contrary between Miss Darklaw's testimony and the previous testimonies, this is bad, is right there. Mr. Wright, wait a moment.
Oh, the cringe.
Perhaps you'd better serve leaving this up. Better serve not leaving this up to chance. Would you not agree? But Professor, I could have sworn it was it.
Well, if anything is going to contradict Ms. Darklaw's testimony, you'd think it'd have to come from Kira. Oh. She only has two statements. It's not one, it's got to be the other. The technical term is process of elimination, Nick.
Gee, thanks for the pro
Bruto
tip,
Forso.
Maya. Mr. Wright, please take a moment to think this through carefully and try again. Got it, Professor. Very well. We'll now take a closer look at Lady Darklaw's previous testimony.
Okay.
This is it. Miss Darklaw's previous testimony. There's a glaring contradiction between this piece of evidence and the others. Ready yourself, Mr. Wright.
Okay, what does Kira have to say? So, I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit. Was our mistress and was the Great Witch? It's past tense.
Yeah, I guess so.
And she did say that she was like Kira was going to become the Great Witch, Vizela.
Yeah. This is why you save. Well, I can't save right now, so bleh.
Yeah.
I guess it's that one, maybe. But it doesn't like.
No, and this is fine. Like, there's nothing to do with that one, so it's got to be this one. Like, it's the best chance.
Yeah.
Objection!
There it is.
All right, Leighton, you ready? Let's do this. No.
Oh. That way.
Objection.
Your Honor, there's an obviously huge discrepancy between these two pieces of testimony. Like, just to see them, like, run out.
I know. Go, let's go. Get back.
Miss Darklaw stated that she is known as the Great Witch. However, according to Miss Kira's testimony, Miss Darklaw was her venerable mistress, the Great Witch. That is correct. She was the Great Witch. Note Miss Kira's use of the past tense. Past tense? I'm afraid my grammar's not quite what it used to be. Mine either, Judge, don't worry. May I ask what you mean? It's simple. Miss Darklaw was mistress to the Shades, or, as they also called her, the Great Witch. Therefore, she is no longer the Great Witch. She is not the Great Witch. Well, witness, is this true?
It is as you heard, my lord.
Bum 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 bum. But special court.
I relinquished my position as the Great Witch in order to fulfill the objective of this task.
What objective would that be again? That would be the assassination of the storyteller, Your Honor. Witness, at the beginning of this trial, you stated that you came to town in order to complete your task, didn't you? What's more, you said that you were going to summon the fire dragon to do it. Now, this task, it wasn't Miss Darklaw here that gave it to you, was it?
No, it wasn't.
So then, the most pressing question is, who was it that gave you that task? Who told you to come to Labyrinthia and assassinate the storyteller?
I cannot tell you.
Damn it.
No matter what.
All right, so Darklaw isn't the Great Witch anymore. Which must mean the mastermind behind this entire thing is... Luke. It would appear the defense has worked it out as well. Mr. Wright, you know who really gave Miss Kira her task tonight, do you not? Defender, I must ask that you enlighten the court. Show us who really gave the witness her task to assassinate the storyteller.
What are you thinking right now? Are we doing this, or is this the cliffhanger, boys? Or is this where are we gonna go?
I mean, like, we can't, I mean, like, I just saved, I know, but, like...
Yeah. Oh, we can't save you, no problem. Okay, then great. I think it was a storyteller himself.
He's the Great Witch?
Maybe. if it's not there, then the only option is Espella, and he is here to
end it. All right.
So, no, I think it is Espella.
I think it is Espella too, because I mean, Leighton came in and was all like,
"Yeah,
thing.
It's Espella.
I love cliffhangers." Yeah. Well, I also think it could be Eve. I'm gonna throw Eve. Let's go.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Cat?
Tomorrow.
Sorry, not tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
On Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Oh, damn, everybody. Okay.
I feel like this is going to open a whole can of worms.
Oh, yeah. The worm is going to spill all the tea everywhere. I don't know how to use that appropriately. I only ever heard it because of Shane Dawson stuff.
No.
So we are going to have that going on. We got awesome stream coming up tonight. The World Ends With You is back in business, 3:30 p.m. So be there. And then also, we're going to be back on Wednesday with more of this. Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney in the thrilling...
Oh, the twists and turns.
I'm going to put stuff up on the board.
The sticks and burns.
And while you're putting that up on the board, I'm going to show a thing that Wiz made.
Ooh, cool.
Boop, 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 bam.
Bam. Ooh. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, if only they both had beards.
If only they both had.
Is that a Layton figure? Looks like it. That's kind of fun. A Layton figure would be pretty cool, actually. Layton statue. I hope you guys are enjoying the game, though. It's a lot of fun. My God. Intense. I can't believe how long it is. It's a long game.
It's a very long game.
Yeah, like what are we? We're like 42 hours in at least.
Part 21.
44? Yeah, part 21. Part
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
It's weird to think that almost a year ago is when we started Professor Layton in general. Oh, sorry,
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
A Layton Golden figure? Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
The late. It's got to exist. I feel like.
A golden Layton amiibo.
Nintendo would. Nintendo would.
Layton confirmed for Smash. Final Smash, the Golden Hand.
Oh man, there should be a lot of cool Smash characters that could be pulled, like obscure stuff, like these sort of games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very cool game, very cool story. I like it a lot. It's my favorite. I can't wait to play the new Ace Attorneys too.
Yeah,
Gonna be lit.
And yeah, it's kind of perfect time. We're gonna get to Corpse Party, get to play that over Halloween time, and then and back into Apollo Justice.
Yep. All right. Well,
See you guys in an hour.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, I love you, goodbye.